Welcome to Talk Birdie to Me with former world number 16 Nick O'Hearn and Tour Pro Mark Allen, live from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. And thanks to our great partners, Host Plus, the official retirement partner of Talk Birdie to Me. Driving a BMW is like hitting the perfect shot. Smooth, controlled and powerful. Titleist, the clear number one ball in golf. FootJoy, the number one shoe and glove in golf. Better, when the greats bet, they bet with Better. Ping will help you play your best. And the Golf Clearance Outlet, who beat everyone's prices. Now, here's Nick and Mark.
G'day everybody, this is a Friday and it's time for some feedback. Nick, nice to see you.
And you, Mark.
And Danny, looking beautiful in your navy blue top.
Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to start with some feedback on the Australian Open at PK, which had a lot of feedback and for the most part really positive. In fact, pretty much everyone loved it, which is great. Tracey, what a gorgeous venue to hold it at. I'm very lucky to call PK my home course.
Yep.
Yes.
If you remember there, you'd be very, very happy.
And look, at the time of this podcast, it has been an amazing year. At the time of this podcast, it's the shortest day of the year was yesterday.
Okay.
And I have never, ever seen courses in this part of the world that still have an emerald colour in all the fairways. So it's been a remarkable season for golf. I mean, I'm sure they're all going to go dormant at some stage. And that's the one great thing about, playing golf in Queensland or Brisbane. Do they go dormant in Perth?
Been forever
Sort
since
of,
I've been there. Sorry,
They
I can't
must
remember.
At some stage.
It must do. Yeah.
They must at some stage go a little bit dormant.
A little bit.
But that's one of the most beautiful things about PK is the colour. When you go and you see PK at its best, the joint is emerald, and you drive through those gates, and everything is right there, right in front of you. I think it's the most impressive drive-in.
It is one of the best
in the country.
Yeah, no, it is one of the best. And in our main pod the other day, you mentioned we need an agronomy expert to come on, and that's why. Exactly right. What you're talking about then. They can explain everything about dormancy and all that sort of stuff.
That's the first place that I saw Pure Distinction greens. And they have knocked my socks off every time I've gone through the gates. Every time I putt on those greens, I think to myself, why hasn't everybody gone to this stuff? But apparently now, a bit like the iPhone, Pure Distinction was the iPhone 12. And now we've got iPhone 15 and 16.
You mentioned Queensland before. I was thinking we had such a good feedback on the Furrows video. We should maybe go, Queensland comes to mind, we should go to Queensland and do one up there. So maybe if a Wolfpacker has a suggestion on a particular Queensland course, maybe we should go there and film there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Preferably somewhere around Brisbane.
Somewhere in Brisbane.
Well, Brisbane would be probably easier.
Yeah.
Somewhere in Brisbane.
Yeah.
And maybe let's just do it, just like find some highlights of their golf course.
Yeah.
Important shots.
Yeah.
Important shots.
Key holes.
That would be good. Okay, more on the feedback, or more feedback on the AO. This one comes from Wayne. Guys, incredible news about Peninsula Kingswood getting the Open. The best golf course, clubhouse venue I've ever seen. Funnily enough, I went there on a trip organised by Teddy from Thailand, who recently reached out to you. He does golf tours, which are legendary. Teddy didn't mention that.
Yeah, okay. What's your best, this question without notice, your best course clubhouse combination?
Ooh.
So I've been to Cyprus, but I never got in the clubhouse.
Oh, you're talking worldwide.
No, it's got to be a combo. It's a bit like total driving.
Worldwide you're talking.
Yeah, worldwide. It's a bit like total driving, So this is the total driving stat. So you've got the most accurate, and you count the longest, and you add the two numbers together, and you get your best.
Yeah, very good. Let me think about that. I'll come back to you. I need a bit of time.
Because I think that is up there.
There's a top 5.
Peninsula Kingswood.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Is right up there.
Done an amazing job there.
I also think Kingston Heath is right up there. I also think Royal Melbourne is right up there. They're just the most beautiful. Victoria, what a beautiful clubhouse that is as well.
There's always a famous line delivered many years ago by a 5-time Open champion in Tom Watson. Whenever someone asked him about a golf course that he thought wasn't probably up to the standards that the person asking thought it was, he would go, "Oh, fantastic clubhouse." Yeah. Or the famous Gary player, "It is the greatest course of its kind I've ever played." That's always a good one.
What about just thinking out loud, St Andrews with that old clubhouse, that golf course, that town.
The problem I've only really been to the locker room. I've never really experienced the clubhouse because it's the R&A and it's pretty sacred ground.
Cool.
But I hear it's very impressive.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
I like the
It's
understated ones. Like Cathedral for me is great. It feels like a home.
Sensational.
And the golf course is really good
Tara
as well.
Edie.
Tara Edie. Yeah.
is right up there.
There we
as
go.
well.
Now we're starting to name it. Sunningdale.
Sunningdale.
I love the old, whatever that style of building is.
Augusta National. I want that wrapped with the clubhouse.
Really?
It suits the place, but inside, I stole a menu when I was in there, and I've got it at home.
So
somewhere.
did I. Yeah, I've got
You
one.
stole a menu. It's a pretty average menu. I mean,
Well, it's understated.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea about it.
it's almost like you've gone to a Chick-fil-A. The clubhouse menu.
I've never been to Pine Valley. It'd be fun to see what that's like.
I'd love to go there. Yeah. It's on the list.
From Trav, great decision by Golf Australia. What a great run of host venues. RM25, Kingston Heath 26, now PK. Congrats to Golf Australia, James Sutherland, and everyone involved. Michael, however, has made a comment. If Liv goes away as soon as this commitment has ended, because James did say they've got a contract, the PGA Tour will withdraw. It's what they always do.
It's reasonable.
Yeah, I get it, but there is a contract in place, as James Sutherland has said, and I think this could work out beautifully for our own Australian tour because they're going to limit their schedule. We're going to have more time, and hopefully we get more players.
We've been talking about this it's a real opportunity. I mean, if they are going to have a shorter season and they are going to develop their tournaments in big cities, which is the game plan, and they understand that Live, a lot of its popularity was because it was taking golf to the rest of the world. So that's got to be in the back of their mind as well. You would think that we're on top of the hit list for international joints to help.
You would think.
Yeah. Well, on Live, Evan has said the world golf scene needs Live to survive. Australia, South Africa and Korea have all shown how Live golf is loved by plenty of people, which is true. It is loved by plenty of people.
It is. Yeah.
No, it is.
That's not an unfair statement. Now, this one here comes from Funk. This is a question. Actually, you'd be interested in your views on this. This is talking about the composite nature of the PK plan for the Open.
Yes, I'm curious about this.
Now, Funk's question is this. I think it'd be better to play 2 rounds on the north, then 2 rounds on the south, instead of a composite structure, which is always going to be a compromise.
Logistically, that's a nightmare.
Yeah, you can't do it in a tournament.
For TV production, number one.
Can't do it in a tournament. Not in this country. There's too much. You've got to have two grandstands. You can't do it.
It's a lot.
You can't do it.
Yep.
I'm not curious about the composite nature of it. I've had some text message chats with Michael Cocking, who has done quite a few different versions of it. I think you could have easily just turned the north a past 71 Australian Open venue or a past 70 Australian Open venues. I think the same for the south. Although I think the land is a little bit lower, that time of year. I think the north is probably just because it's a higher ground, I think probably would have been a better venue. But I'm surprised why they made the effort. We all know at Royal Melbourne, the composite wasn't always there, but eventually with the crowds, they just said, well, listen, we've got to keep everybody on the same paddock, so you can't just, walk in. You can't have players crossing roads. It messes with all the traffic. So that's why they did the composite. And they fluked it. They fluked a product that was better than the West and better than the East. So it was a total fluke. I'm not sure. I'd have to see it. I'm not sure the composite will be better or that much better than the North or the South at PK. But
again,
I haven't seen it.
I agree. You'd have to see it.
You got to see
what holes, and I haven't got my head around it as yet. But if you've got 2 18-hole venues, picking the best out of all of them, it does make sense to me. Plus, I really do like both 18th holes on the north and the south. And if you can, then obviously you do need to make it a composite if you want to incorporate them. Plus, they both come back to the clubhouse nicely, things like that.
That was my opinion in the text messages shared with Michael Cocking. He tells me that it's awesome. So,
well, there you go.
There you go.
Now, we should point out if for people listening or watching, if you hear the odd drill in the background, they're doing some renovations here at Titleist.
Our new studio. Oh, here we go, Dan.
They're doing some renos.
Okay.
So there's a bit of noise from time to time. So
you got excited then, didn't you?
Now, before we go to the turn, this one comes from John. John knows you too well, Mark. He knows you too well.
Good work, John.
G'day, boys. Great show. Last week, Mark, you asked a question about whatever happened to warm rolls served in restaurants. Surely, given your strong viewpoint, you could have pinned that failure on Monty.
Now, there's a good angle, John. Very good. I'm sure he's behind it. No, well.
You would try and pin global warming on Monty if you could. So
yeah.
Anyway,
there's quite a few things.
I thought your flip-flop last week was quite funny too. Let's get him on the show. And then after the turn, let's not get him on the show.
Yeah. Well, it's much easier. If he came on the show and he was nice, like Wyndham Clark style, afterwards, then my whole routine goes down the toilet.
Yeah.
So I much prefer to bash him.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, getting out of the turn. After the turn, we're going to have a chat to a Wolfpacker with a question for you.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay, Nicholas, you must be very excited because I saw a new driver in your golf bag.
New addition, the Ping G440K.
Yeah.
Now, every time they bring a new driver out, I'm kind of like, guys, this one works perfect for me already. But this thing goes further and straighter again. I can't miss a fairway at the moment. It's a joke.
What about the look?
Oh, it looks unbelievable as well. And that's the beautiful thing about all the Ping equipment is not only does it, do everything you want from a performance standpoint, but my goodness, it looks great.
Well, I've never seen you happier. I can't wait to see you on the golf course. Hopefully you won't be hitting it past me.
We need a rematch.
See your local golf shop or professional because Ping will help you play your best.
What I'm working on in my swing at the moment is being able to sync my lower body to my upper body on the way down. The Hyperflex shoe offers the stability and comfort that I'm looking for in my golf swing. Golf shoes are a huge part of golf equipment, especially when I'm working with the longer clubs like 3-wood and driver. I'm really able to go to another gear and know that I'm going to be supported. My name is Elvis Smiley and these are my FJs.
From Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, this is Talk Birdie to Me. We're here for BMW, luxury and comfort for the 19th hole. Host Plus, the official retirement partner of Talk Birdie to Me. The golf clearance outlet, they beat everyone's prices. Ping will help you play your best. And better, ahead of the game. Now for Titleist, the number one ball in golf, and FootJoy, the number one shoe and glove in golf. Here's Nick and Mark.
Well, the good news is I've gone and spoken to all the workers here at Titleist HQ, and they have assured me that they will not be drilling or doing any more silly stuff while we are on air.
Did you do it politely though, Mark? Because you can be a little gruff occasionally.
I was very polite, and they were very nice back. So we'll see how good we go. Now over to you, Dan. What's next?
Okay, look, we've got a question here from David, a Wolfpacker. I don't know where David's from, but we can ask him because he is on the phone right now.
G'day, Dave.
David.
Hello, how's it going?
Good, thank you, Dave.
Very
What's
well.
the handicap and where do you play?
I'm actually up here at Newbeath, just south of Brisbane.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And what's the handicap?
Greenbank. That's what I was going to quickly chat about.
Okay.
I'm currently on 5.
Oh, you're a good player.
Wow.
You're a good player.
Yeah. So a couple of weeks ago, Mark mentions briefly something about he was losing some swing speed, but you weren't losing any distance because of the irons you were using.
Yes.
I can't remember what brand of irons you were using.
Titleist irons, T150s. And I think I mentioned that they measured my speed when I was young and it was around 116, 117 miles per hour with a wooden club. And these days it's, I'm going to say 102, Nick.
Okay.
I was probably pushing it, but it's 102.
Over 100, we'll
It's
say.
over 100. And my carry distance with the drive is exactly the same, and my 8-iron goes exactly the same distance.
Yep. So my question is, I'm 53 years old and I'm starting to lose a bit of distance in the swing speed. I went for my very first golf lesson in probably December last year.
Oh, good on you.
And I've always hovered around the 8 handicap mark, but it's now because of the lesson, I'm striking the ball much better. My course management is much better.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm currently using a cheap set of Wilson profiles.
Wow.
Okay.
I tell you what, you're going to go to a whole new level if you get something decent in your bag.
So that was my question. At what stage do you reckon I should upgrade my irons to something a bit more modern that would probably
As soon as you possibly can.
Immediately, yeah. Here's the thing. When I watch the best players in the world now, I'm watching guys like Ludwig Aubert and John Rahm, and they are using irons in the bag that would have once been considered game improvement irons, right? The perimeter weighted. They are not using blades. So that you know what that tells me? And even someone like JT. Like JT, people rave about the way he hits his irons and all the rest of it.
He's using blades, isn't he?
He's using blades,
yeah.
All right? So what I say to people like you, Dave, and to people like me too, is that they are hitting the ball so much better and straighter and more often than we are in practice and all the rest of it. And they can find that tiny sweet spot. That means you can probably go to the game improvements in the Titleist range or the Ping range or whatever range you choose. Right now, I've got a huge bias because I've used Titleist and I love them. I love them more than any clubs I've ever had. And I don't use the blade. I don't use the T100. I use the next one, which is the T150. And I actually weaken them as well because I'm a low ball hitter. But I've got my T150s weakened 2 degrees, and they still go just as far as when I was a kid and I could really hit the ball. And the difference in sweet spot, I always do this for people. It's pretty simple if you think about coins. So a sweet spot in the blade is a 5-cent piece. A sweet spot in what Ludwig is using is about a 10-cent piece. And the sweet spot in what I'm using is a 20-cent piece. And the beauty of the T150 is it looks exactly the same, close enough, to what Ludwig is using. So you can actually have that look that you obviously enjoy with the Wilson, which is an older style blade, thinner on top and all the rest of it, but you can have all the advantages of the 20-cent sweet spot in the T150. The other thing too, the new ball, you just need launch angle. There's no getting around it. Once upon a time, the old Bellata ball, the spin kept it in the air, and that's why we could all hit 2 irons that looked like a butter knife. These days, that's not the case. You need launch angle because this ball is designed not to spin with longer clubs and to spin with the shorter clubs. So launch angle is a big factor that you are definitely missing out on.
That's what I'm currently rocking, if you can see that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty chunky.
So it is the forgiving style, but I can see its age.
Yeah, it's age. Now, the technology, I mean,
it's so much better
if
now.
there was a 15-cent a cent piece, if there was such a thing, that's probably what that club has. So next time you go to your pro shop or next time there's a Titleister in town, have a look at the T150s. You'll look down and it'll make you want to play golf. I can promise you that. Now, I know we're in the house of Titleist here. I get it. But anytime there's go and have a look and ask because what is in these clubs these days, it's incredible. I know, again, I'll go back to the T150 and the T100. There is tungsten in the toe and the heel of the T100 and the T150. That's a very heavy metal, and it's just put in the heel and the toe, and it's put in the right place to where, one, it elongates the sweet spot. Dan, that was for you. Elongate, just used in the right text.
Okay, all right.
And then it also lowers it so it gets it up nice and high.
No one's going to know what you meant.
Yeah,
there.
I know.
We were having a debate earlier, by the way, about
I used elongate out of context.
Yeah,
yes,
that's okay.
you did.
Thanks, Mark.
Anyway.
That's okay. I've used it in context for the benefit of you.
Yeah.
But the difference, you're using a Nokia phone, Davo, and I'm using an Apple
iPhone
27
or something, yeah. So whatever it is.
Yep.
David, can I ask you a question? I know you said it earlier, but I missed it. Where do you play your golf? What club do you play at?
I'm out at Ipswich,
Okay.
up here just west of Brisbane.
Good course.
Nice.
It's a bit dry and patchy. We also do the rake and replace up here as well,
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
which is
I like
good.
it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, local rule.
Yep.
Very good.
Yep.
That's a really good rule. And how the members feel? They love it.
They love it.
Yeah.
How would you
Yeah,
not?
they love it.
Well, there you go. I didn't know. You're the first club that I've heard that does that, Davo. Mate, that's forward thinking. Well done.
We'd like to get rid of some of them because they're just bad condition and it floods when we get a decent amount of rain. I'd like to maybe get rid of them and just put rough patches there.
All I can say, David, is if you're off around an 8 or you're in that single figure range with
5, I think, at the moment.
Sorry, 5.
Yeah.
Using those clubs, your short game is elite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you now. Now, if you get the more modern ones, as Mark was saying, Tyler's makes some great ones. I know Ping, they make really good ones in the Blueprint range and some of their G and I series as well. I think scratch could be certainly on the cards.
Yeah, look, you get the right shaft these days. I mean, the shafts are unbelievable in irons and woods and all the rest of it. And then you get the right lie angle. Lie angle is so important. If your lie angles are a little bit off, especially with the short irons, if your lie angles are a little bit too upright for your wedges, and you're wondering why your wedge just goes dead left all the time, or why you always feel like you have to hang on to it, I mean, the lie angle is important. So all these things will be included in a good fit, and it could, it sounds like with the lesson that's got you down to 5, you get some golf clubs that really suit you. You could get down to 3 pretty easily.
I'll tell you what, David seems like a pretty decent bloke. We will set you up, David, with $250 voucher to our mates at the Golf Clearance Outlet in Brisbane. We'll send that out to you.
I need some new shoes too.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, the FootJoys are beautiful at the
make
moment.
sure
The
they're
Pro
FootJoys.
SLs, check them out.
Yes.
They're unreal.
Yeah.
Thanks, David.
All right, thank you.
See you, Dave,
Thanks, guys.
and congratulations on what
Thanks,
you've done.
David.
It's fantastic.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
Very good. Very
Good.
Well, that's the Friday feedback pod, boys.
Well done, Dan. Well done to Dave for getting your handicap down. If your handicap's coming down, you've got some questions like that, get in touch with our socials. Go to talkbirdie2me.com.au, push the little button, leave us a message, we'll get you on, and maybe you'll be wearing some Pro SLs from the Golf Clearance Outlet as well.
Yep.
Catch you next time, folks.
Enjoy the weekend.
Talk Birdie to Me with Nick O'Hearn and Mark Allen. Live from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters. Titleist, the #1 ball in golf. FootJoy, the #1 shoe and glove in golf. The Golf Clearance Outlet, they beat everyone's prices. BMW, luxury and comfort for the 19th hole. Better, ahead of the game. Ping will help you play your best. And Host Plus, they can help you drive your retirement further. Now that's a plus. Issued by Host Plus Pty Limited. This is general advice. Consider the PDS and TMD on our website before deciding. Wherever you listen or watch, we'd love you to subscribe and share the pod with a friend. Talk Birdie to Me's executive producer is Dan Bradley at Kaizen Media. Sound design by Daryl Misson at loudzebra.com. And now from Titleist and FootJoy headquarters, that's been Talk Birdie to Me.